What up, Stamp Gang? This is Sade of Sade No Days Off. Welcome back to the channel. It is New Year's Eve. I hope you all have had a wonderful holiday season so far. And I wanted to share with you before we get on out of 2017 the 7 things that this year has taught me. Now, 2017 has been hard for me. Like, it's been a hard year. I've dealt with a lot, and I've learned a lot about myself in the process of experiencing all of these things. So I can't say it was all bad. There were bad parts. It was really hard. Y'all already know. But on the other side, I have grown a lot as a person, which is making me really excited for the next year, because I feel like I'm going in with a new sort of perspective, and that I am going to be getting ready to do some really cool things with myself with this new outlook, newer outlook that I have on things. All right, number 1, loss is a motherfucker. Like, loss is so hard. This year, you all know that I lost my grandmother, and it has been, I've never experienced anything like this. I've never experienced grief to this degree. This is the biggest loss that I've had. And so my assumption, I think, was that when you are grieving, you know, you grieve for a few months and then you start getting over it. But y'all, let me tell you, I am still grieving. It's hard. And even more so, like, people will see you 6 months later and expect you to be okay, and sometimes you're not. So, like, loss has been really hard. Second, it is so important to have a good support system, and I have amazing friends. Like, my friends are the bomb. They have been there for me in a way this year that I just can't even put into words. They literally keep me together. I have a strong group of friends, which you have met them all in some form or fashion on my channel. Like, they show up in my travel vlogs, and they let me be myself, but also they let me be imperfect, and that has made the difference in me feeling like I'm alone and being able to say, okay, I can get through this. Not even that I'm okay, but I can get through this. Or just to share, like, some of the triumphs that I've had this year, and share my travel experiences. All of my friends let me drag them places, so that's also been, you know, a blessing. They are my guinea pigs for things like wellness retreats and stuff like that. So that has been amazing. My friends are just top notch. Y'all, if you watch this, I cannot thank you enough for being amazing. Third, I have been learning this year what it means to let go. And not let go in the sense of, you know, grudges and things like that, because I don't hold grudges like that, but more so how to let go of situations and to try to take my hands off of things that I have no control over. And that has been a hard lesson for me to learn, because, like I said, I'm a control freak, and I want to know what's going on, when it's going on, all of those things. But sometimes, a lot of times, you don't have as much control as you think you do. So I've been learning how to take steps back and to let the chips fall, to do and be on top of what I can do and be on top of. But then for me, it's letting God be God. If I believe that God, you know, sustains my life and has a plan for me, I have to be able to let God do God's thing. Selfishness is not always a bad thing. And by that, I mean, it's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to say no for your own well-being. And I'm one of those people that will give when I don't have to give. I will do what I probably should not. Like, I am all about serving other people and, you know, just working hard and doing for other people. And sometimes that is to my detriment. A lot of times it's to my detriment, because I'll look up and be totally exhausted and not know how I got there. And then I don't have anything left for the things that I need to be devoting time and effort and all of those things too. So it becomes super important to be able to take steps back and be like, no, that's probably not best for me. So I'm learning how to be more selfish in that way, and what that means, and that it's not bad for me to choose myself first over others. This has been a year where I've really been working on my disciplined devotional practice, and I have found that it is the difference between sustaining good attitude, health, mental wellness, and falling apart. When I am doing my best day to day, it is partially because I am devoting those 30 minutes, that hour before I get my day started, to, you know, praying and meditating, reading things that edify myself, that help me to get toward where I want to go to, free writing, like doing things that are for me, taking time to slow down, because it's so easy to just get up, grab your phone, start scrolling, check emails, all of that. But what I have done is to make sure that when I wake up, yes, I grab my phone, but it's so that I turn on a devotional and listen to that, and that I'm reading my daily scriptures, and, you know, then I'll get up and I'll stretch and read some more, and, you know, sitting and thinking and meditating. And those things have really helped my quality of life. So like having that disciplined devotional practice is of utmost importance. Like it's major. It is so major, y'all. Sixth thing that I have learned over this year is that I should take more risks. And I realize that I'm quite risk averse. I mean, I think a lot of people looking on the outside wouldn't think that of me, because, you know, I'm doing all these things and you had to start somewhere, and it is a risk in some ways. But me, I'm very calculated, and I am meticulous about details, and, you know, I am very thoughtful and intentional about situations I put myself into. But I don't take as many risks, and even if that's like YOLO, I'm gonna go this place, I take a few more risks with that when it comes to travel. But even down to, you know, my time, I am doing a lot of planning. I'm a planner, but I'm realizing that taking risks is good. They can turn out well. You know, you never know. Sometimes all risks don't turn out good, but it still can teach you something. So I think in the next year, I'm going to try to take more risks and try to be more open to doing things outside of my comfort zone. The last thing, and I think this is the most important thing that I have been working through and that I'm continuing to learn, it's that I'm enough. And it's so easy to get caught up in what you are not, what you're not doing, what you don't look like, how your body is not like somebody else's body, because we're bombarded with images of people doing things we're not doing. You know, I follow a lot of travelers on Instagram and Snapchat, and I am in a travel group on Facebook, and, you know, I follow these people that do fitness things, and it makes you feel inadequate. I'm not gonna lie to you, it can make you feel really inadequate. And I have had to learn, especially because I have also dealt with a lot of inadequacy within like my PhD program and measuring up to other people, which I know is terrible, but sometimes you can't help yourself. And it has taken a lot for me to step back and remind myself that who I am right now is enough. It's more than enough in some instances. And no matter what I do, whatever stage I'm at in life, I am enough as I am, who I am. I don't have to be anybody else. I don't have to be like anybody else. I don't have to look like anybody else. I'm learning that I am enough. And I think that is something that I've said in some of my other self-care type videos, is that, you know, you are enough. And despite what you see other people doing, you gotta run your own race. You gotta stay in your lane. You gotta do what you can do. And whatever that thing is cool, is dope, and it's enough. Thanks for hanging out with me and letting me share with you my 7 lessons from this year. I'm super excited about 2018 and the content that I'm going to be preparing in the next year. So as always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Happy New Year.